In everyday life, the term politics refers to the way that countries are governed, and to the ways that governments make rules and laws to manage the human society properly. Politics is the activity by which the framework of human life is sustained. It is not life itself. With the ability to distill news and opinion into a caricature, cartoons present accessible and instant commentary and analysis of current affairs. Cartoons are a unique form of journalism which contrasts with conventional forms of communication.
Crucial for managing funds allocated for citizens.
To use these resources for the welfare of the society.
And preserving public trust. And for the public.
Reliable sources ensure that the information presented is accurate and based on verified facts. This helps to avoid spreading false or misleading information that can harm individuals or institutions involved. Utilizing reliable sources enhances the credibility and trustworthiness of the information being shared. It demonstrates that allegations are based on information from trustworthy individuals or organizations, adding legitimacy to the claims being made. So the source of this issue is stated by former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte during a prayer rally in Davao City. He accused President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. of being a drug addict.
May drug addict tayo na presidente.
Misinformation can shape public opinion and lead to harmful consequences. Responsible journalism plays a vital role in countering this issue by providing accurate information and promoting media literacy. Collaborations between various parties can strengthen the public's trust in journalism and mitigate the spread of misinformation.
The allegation against the President of the Philippines of drug use could have far-reaching consequences, severely undermining trust and domestically and internationally, leading to unrest and protests. Policymaking would face increased scrutiny, hindering progress on crucial issues, while diplomatic relations would be strained, affecting trade agreements and foreign aid. The country's stability would be at risk, with potential implications for the economy. The drug issue has been a persistent challenge for many nations, with its multi-phase implications on society, governance, and public health. In the case of President Bongbong Marcos, the drug issue presents a significant test of his administration's ability to address complex societal problems while upholding democratic principles and human rights. The drug issue presents a complex and multi-phase challenge for President Bongbong Marcos' administration, testing its commitment to upholding democratic principles, human rights, and the rule of law. How President Marcos navigates the issue will not only shape the trajectory of his presidency but also influence the future of governance and democracy in the Philippines. The drug issue presents a complex and multi-phase challenge for President Bongbong Marcos' administration, testing its commitment to upholding democratic principles, human rights, and the rule of law. How President Marcos navigates the issue will not only shape the trajectory of his presidency but also influence the future of governance and democracy in the Philippines.
The case of Bongbong Marcos, who has been in and out of the legal systems for years, raises important questions about the legal implications of drug addiction. One of the key legal implications of drug addiction is criminal liability. This can result in charges ranging from possession of legal substance to theft or violence committed in order to support their addiction. The criminal justice system must grapple with how to hold drug addicts accountable for their actions while also recognizing the role that addiction plays in their behavior. The legal implications of drug addiction extend beyond the individual to society as a whole. Drug addiction can stain the resources of law enforcement, courts, and prisons, leading to overcrowding the backlogs in the criminal justice system. Additionally, drug-related crimes can have a negative impact on communities, creating a sense of fear and insecurity among residents. Addressing the legal implications of drug addiction requires a multifaceted approach that considers both the needs of the individual and the broader societal impact. In conclusion, the case of Bongbong Marcos highlights the complex legal implications of drug addiction, from criminal liability to treatment options to the impact on society. Addressing legal issues surrounding drug addiction requires a thoughtful and comprehensive approach. By considering the unique challenges faced by drug addicts, we can work towards a more just and effective legal systems that supports individuals to overcome their addiction and leads to safer, healthier communities for all.
The use of visual metaphors in this cartoon emphasizes the importance of images in changing public opinion. Allegations of drug usage might raise doubt and mistrust, affecting the reliability of the highest position. Let's shift our attention to the importance of trust in leadership. Trust is the basis for effective governance. When dealing with allegations, keeping public trust becomes critical. The cartoon emphasizes how fragile trust may be, and how any alleged violation can have long-term consequences for the government's capacity to lead. Let us look at the issues that the administration may have in maintaining public trust in the midst of such crisis. Clear and transparent communication is essential since the public expects certainty and commitment to addressing problems. Failure to do so can worsen doubts and can contribute to an atmosphere of inconsistencies. Political cartoons are effective tools for provoking thought and conversation. This one in particular leads us to consider the varied interactions between public perception, trust in leadership, and the difficulty that governments confront in sustaining confidence during difficult times.
Financial transparency is crucial for managing funds allocated for citizens' welfare because it ensures those in charge are accountable for their actions. So when financial systems are transparent, it reduces the chances of mismanagement and corruption. So as a citizens, we can track how funds are used, ensuring they benefit us as intended. So transparency also helps build trust between the government or organization and us, the citizens. So policymakers use open financial data to make informed decisions about resource allocation, ensuring our needs are met. So compliances with legal requirements for financial transparency is crucial for maintaining integrity and our trust. So clear financial reporting and accountability measures are vital for maintaining our trust in government institutions and organizations. So without transparency and accountability, there's a risk of misuse of funds and loss of our confidence in governance. So therefore, it is essential for governments and organizations to prioritize our trust and effective resource utilizations.
Public office holders or public officials are entrusted with the responsibility of managing public resources, including funds, and are expected to use these resources for the welfare of the society. Questionable spending funds can be seen as a breach of public trust, especially if it's used for a personal matter or without transparency. Impact for future elections can be one of the negative consequences. The feeling of betrayal can be influenced the citizens' voting behavior. Also, social impact. Resources and availability for public services can negatively affect the society, decreasing of ethical standards, which is leading a potential increase in corruption. Public officials should be held accountable for their actions to ensure they meet the exact ethical standards. Ethical implications of Vice President Sara Duterte questionably spending funds have raised concerns and discussions. The potential ethical implications can be the misuse of public funds, lack of transparency, lack of clear, justifiable explanations that can erode trust in the government, lack of accountability and responsibility, which public officials should provide justifications that align with the public interest,
Ethical standards in public office requires transparency, accountability, responsible use for public funds, and acting in the best interest of the public.
Hello, my name is Ken Arendizon, and I'm here to discuss the investigation and accountability for our caricature. And I'll be discussing the necessity of a thorough investigation to determine the validity of spending allegations, and explore the legal and institutional mechanisms in place to hold the public official accountable for misusing funds. So, our caricature shows the recent controversy involving the Philippine Vice President revolves around allegations of accessing confidential funds, or the CIFs, without adhering to proper budgetary procedures. Reports suggest concerns about transparency, potential violations of budget rules, and questions regarding the legality of fund authorization. Balancing secrecy and accountability possesses challenges, as investigations into CIFs must weigh undercovering misuse against protecting sensitivity national security details, leading to limited oversight. Potential consequences include the erosion of public trust, reputational damage to the Vice President, and possible legal repercussions based on investigation findings. Moving forward, a thorough and transparent investigation is crucial, emphasizing the need of clear regulation surrounding the CIF allocation and post-spending reporting to enhance transparency without compromising security. This case reflects broader challenges globally, where the tension between secrecy and accountability remains a constant concern in handling sensitive government funds. It's crucial to acknowledge that these are allegations and the Vice President deserves due process. A comprehensive investigation will hopefully clarify the situation, ensuring accountability and preserving public trust. In conclusion, the controversy surrounding the Philippine Vice President involves allegations of mishandling secret funds. Striking a balance between secrecy and accountability is tricky, but a transparent investigation is crucial. The potential consequences include damage to public trust and Vice President's reputation. Clear regulations for handling such funds are needed globally. It's essential to remember that these are allegations, and a fair investigation will hopefully bring clarity and uphold accountability, preserving public trust in the process.
Potential consequences include the erosion of public trust, reputational damage to the Vice President, and possible legal repercussions based on the investigation findings. Moving forward, a thorough and transparent investigation is crucial, emphasizing the need for clearer regulations surrounding CIF allocation and post-spending reporting to enhance transparency without compromising security. This case reflects broader challenges globally, where the tension between secrecy and accountability remains a constant concern in handling sensitive government funds. It's crucial to acknowledge that these are allegations and the Vice President deserves due process. A comprehensive investigation will hopefully clarify the situation, ensuring accountability and preserving public trust.
And that's all for the investigation and accountability. And next topic will be the public impact and governance, and will be discussed by Mr. De La Camara.
Confidential funds, also known as intelligence funds, have been a controversial topic here in the Philippines. Here's a breakdown of the public impact and governance issues surrounding them. The first negative potential of this issue is the lack of transparency can raise concerns about misuse of funds for personal gain or political purposes. Public suspicion can arise if there's no clear picture of how these funds contribute to positive outcomes. There's a risk of funds being used for activities that infringe on civil liberties or human rights. The governance challenges is striking a balance between secrecy to protect sensitive information and operations and accountability to ensure public trust is difficult. There's often limited oversight upon how these funds are spent, making it hard to track for waste, fraud, or abuse. Overall, confidential funds can be a valuable tool, but effective governance is crucial to ensure they are used responsibly and for the public good.